good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I'm wanting you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Baby, we can have it all. We can make love by the waterfalls. I'm living that good life after all.
What's going on, believers? Guys, we are a couple of hours away from the Bandex launch. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. I hope that you are. I hope that you know that it's out there. I'm going to be getting in on the BNB side of this launch. But for those of you that don't know, that, excuse me, that is the governance token for BTFA, which is now trading at an all-time high, 1847. I'm sorry, it's not an all-time high. It's about 20% off the all-time high. But it's up 4.5% on the day. And as you can see right here from 1100 on the 27th, it has been moving its way completely up here. And by the way, let me rephrase that because I think my chart is just absolutely screwed. I don't know what's going on here, but the GRT, the graph, all of the trading view, everything is just completely hammered, destroyed. I don't even know what's going on anymore. But Bandex is going to be launching in just a little while. We have about 2 hours to go. I think it's going to launch about 10 o'clock. I'm going to take a quick look here at the pre-sale, and we'll get an idea here of exactly when it's going to launch. I'm going to be buying on the BNB side for this one, just because I have a bunch of BNB to use. And it looks like the pre-sale starts in 2 hours and 57 minutes. So we got 3 hours. So that's going to be about 11 o'clock my time. That's going to be noon Eastern time. Pre-sale amount here is 800 BNB. The maximum, I don't know what the maximum BNB is going to end up being here. 4 BNB. So the maximum buy is going to be 4 BNB. So I'm going to hope that I get in 4 BNB being about 1,700, roughly $1,700. Now, if you got $1,700 in on the BTFA launch on April the 4th, I think it was, then it is now worth about $34,000. So I feel like this is going to have one of those kind of big moves. It's something that the guys want, something that the people want. 800 BNB is not that much though. So I'm going to be spamming this thing at exactly 11 o'clock my time to try to get in. Hopefully I can get in, and we'll see how it goes. But there's a lot of people with a lot of enthusiasm that are looking at this project. So here's the ETH over here, by the way, just so you can see it, and just so you can, I want to point out the seriousness of it right here, because the maximum ETH is 100. Now, if you remember, guys, that 40 ETH pre-sale sold out in basically 6 seconds, 15 seconds, maybe. I'm not sure what the exact time was. So make sure that you get in very quickly on this thing, because it's not going to last very long. And I don't want to say that it's a guaranteed up, but it's a very close to a big up. Also, if you're paying attention to the markets, and you will know that WAGMI is now trading live on DigiFinex, or will be going live today. And that's going to be their first major exchange. And I don't know, again, the graph is just completely torn apart. I think I have to refresh on every single one of these. You can see there's some downside movement. And guys, if you look at the market up here, ETH is trading at 27.98 right now. And I guess we should address the elephant in the room, and that is the market. Last night, when you looked at Morningstar, if you look at Morningstar, then you saw a lot of red. You're feeling pretty bad about where you were. Then you go click on the markets over here. You start looking at the markets, and you saw that China was in a good position. They were feeling pretty good. So you saw a boost to crypto. You saw the prices on everything kind of going up, and you're feeling a little bit good about it. And then you can see here now India is in the red. Egypt is in the red. South Africa is in the red. Real big red over here in the European market, and then the United States market's about to open up. Now, Brazil being in green, not going to mean a whole lot at this point because of the amount of sell-off that's expected today on the U.S. market. So What does that mean? That means we are probably in for another one of those brutal, brutal, brutal sort of days. Now, when I say that, you should obviously go look here and see. Awesome Austin, my partner in crime, is playing the dips over here on the. Let's do the 7 day here. Awesome Austin is over here playing dips on Ethereum. I think that he bought. He told me that he bought in like right down here. So he made over 4 grand already in a very short period of time. So um, maybe ETH is the play right now. You can see here from the charts that it doesn't look great, but let's see if the trading view is working. Crazy. I can't open this layout for you. Continue. Let's see what we got here. Ethereum. Let's accept that. And then let's look at the ETH chart right here. So you saw some downside here, 25 all the way up. No, this is the long-term chart here. Guys, I reset my computer. And when I reset my computer, I've obviously got this thing just completely jacked up. We're looking at a day chart here. Yeah, here we go. Maybe a 5-day. Anyway, he got in pretty low here around 27, something like that. Got out up here, made a couple grand. Now it's dropped back down. So if you're playing it right and if you're doing a pretty good job on playing it, then maybe it's an opportunity for you to make some money. But I'm not sure yet. Let's get into the chat here. Aviator, good morning. Diggy, what's going on, man? Good morning. Germs, BTFA is the way. We are a little under 3 hours away from the Bandex launch, guys. Tara's going to have a moment, by the way. I didn't make any content for Tara this morning. Running a little bit late, but I do think that Tara is about to have one of those big moments. Thoughts on Crow? Anything says crypto.com. If you have an opportunity to get yourself in to crypto.com, then I don't know what's wrong with you. You should absolutely. This is one of those moments, like you're in at 29 cents right now, which this is the year chart. Like this is the lowest that it's been in just a long time. So on the 1 day, it was down to 29.8 and it's at 29.3 right now. Just a few days ago, listen, we were talking about this. We were trading this thing a month ago in the 40s. So if you like Crow, then first of all, you're right. But secondly, there's a lot of room for growth right now with Crow. It was up to this 50-cent number not too long ago. And if you start to go back, then you can see here that it did have a long time. Like it's had some really big run-ups. November 21 was 75 cents. So Crow, don't sell it short. And remember, this is one of those that can just go crazy at any point. Basically, when somebody's looking for crypto.com is where you're going to start. It's named crypto.com. Good morning, Neville. Good morning, Ulysses. Cody, what's going on? Hassan, you don't put slippage in for the pre-sale, Hassan. All you do is make your buy. There's no slippage involved in that. It's just first come, first serve. Cleveland represents all the oh man. All the little chicks with the crimson lips say Cleveland rocks. I don't even remember what the song was, man, but the first day I got there, Drew Carey show was playing. So yeah, good morning. Good morning, Wilmer, crypto conservative. What's going on, man? David, how you doing? I'm ready for BTFA holding over 105 million. So if you're holding over 100 million, by the way, you're going to get a matching amount in Bandex. So if you are, be excited about that. I have no idea. Like, oh, you know what? My settings are still here. Here is, by the way, if you don't use this, by the way, it's Cypher B and it's the free version. But if you do trading, like what we were just talking about with Austin, if you get one of these big blues down here and you make your buy-in at one of these spots and you do your stuff right, like buy in on a green down here and then get out over here, then look at this right here. You can see here, like the buy-in was around 2,700. This is just in the last little. This is just this is a longer term. This is not. You know what? Maybe I should change the timing here. But the point is, if you watch this thing and you follow this, then it is a great opportunity. If you get at 27.59 and you get out at 28.75, and you have say 10 ETH, and then you just made $1,000 in a very short period of time, and you can do this all day long. Like Austin was saying, swing trading right now on Ethereum is pretty predictable and pretty easy, and you can see right here it just pumps all the way down. Here's a buy-in opportunity here. You got in at 28.97 on April 18, and then it says that the sell signal came right here at 30.73. You didn't get your sell signal until, I think I got that right, 30.73. So we got it at 30.73. That's almost $260. So, I mean, again, if you had 10 ETH that you're playing with on there, then you just made just a big amount. And then if you missed that signal and you held on, then you got another green to tell you to buy more. And then it just kept running and went up to 31.28 before settling all the way up here at 31.84. So that's one of those places where like Ethereum apparently is one of those easy plays right now for you to make some money. So if you're into that, then by all means go for it and take your shot. Yo, I'm not throwing away my shot. Yo, I'm not throwing away my shot. God damn it. Now I'm going to be listening to Hamilton all day. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I don't feel like I'm breaking it, but it's broken, man. Don't sleep on Blazar. I don't know how to say that yet. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be saying Blazer or Blazar. But yeah, we're going to be looking at that over the next day or two. Somebody reached out to me like late last night about that. So we're going to be talking about maybe some more. Do you know where and how we could do claiming BTFA Bandex tokens? Is it on the pink cell link? Yes. Yeah. So what you're going to do, Ulysses, is you're going to go make a buy. And really what you're making is a donation, and they're taking your wallet for the donation. And then once the donations are done and it's filled up, then they're going to be distributing the tokens out before the launch. So whatever it is that you get is what you're going to end up with. What's going on, Crypto Life? What's up, John? Volt Army in the house. By the way, if you're looking, again, let's go over here. And I told you that I'm buying that Bandex on the BNB side. I'm also looking for like a perfect little entry point for Volt right now, to just I just want to go crazy because I have a bunch of BNB that I've gotten over the last little while, and I want to use that to get in. I'm not sure. Last night I was looking at it around 24, and I thought, you know what, it's probably got some more dip to it. So I was right. Now I want to see how the American market plays out. So if the American market plays out and it continues to decline, and it goes back down here and touches, then you have to go look at lines of support, right? So this right here is a support line at 2,300. But once you get past this, the support line is at 1,800 right here. So if you're at an 1,800 support line, this is an opportunity for me to accumulate a shitload of Volt on the BNB side before the run up. So hopefully there's no big announcement or anything like that. And, we'll see what the market does. But I got a feeling that in the next little while, we're going to start seeing some blood in the water on the Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, if it works against the grain and it starts running, I'm going to be pissed because I will have missed it. But you know what? We'll see. And guys, Strange, by the way, Strange is down 13.20. So if you want a buy-in opportunity, this is going to be your last buy-in opportunity. And they've got another token launching. There's a movie coming out this week called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So I don't know what effect that's going to have on the price, but they also have a sister token called Wanda that's coming out. It's going to be hashtag WAN. I'm going to turn it into hashtag James Wan, but anyway, it's consolidating over here. It does that every once in a while, and then it just has these big runs, and they continue to push their floor price. It's going to go up. They feel like one of the things that they've got a surprise happening very shortly, and they feel like that surprise is a zero dropper. So I'm not sure if it is or not, but in order to drop a zero, by the way, it's going to take about an 8x from where we are right now. An 8x from where we are right now would put it at about a $60 million market cap. So that'd be a massive sort of run up. So I'm not sure that they have it. I'm not sure that it's time for that kind of run, but I got in, by the way, down on, I didn't get all the way down here on that dip right there, but I did get in like right down here for another big bag. So I'm waiting for that big run up again. I'm already in profit again, hoping for it to continue running. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, back over to the Ethereum chain. I don't have any thoughts on Hodo. Nobody's reached out to me. And again, I know I got to tell you guys this every once in a while, just because that's the way that it is. But I only have a limited amount of time, so I don't get a chance to really look at things the way I would like to. Lil Yumper, have no idea on the Kunatori project. If somebody ever reaches out to me, sends me an email, I put the email down here at the bottom, tomnationwide@gmail.com. If anybody ever reaches out to me and asks me about the project, then I'm going to look at it. I'm going to decide. And then if I like it, then we're going to end up covering it, and then we'll see what happens. David, I'm staying on Phantom Project. Me too. I don't feel bad though. Like, I don't like the price action. Obviously, it's a lot of blood in this water here. But I mean, you see the buys continue to just kind of pop here. So here's the thing. I had a conversation about Phantom last night. Then I went on Austin show with him and Rodney, and we talked about my opinion, because they obviously disagreed with my assessment of Phantom, and it looks like in this context they were right. But the simple fact is, I got in very early, and by the time I got in, it didn't sell out. So I was already kind of screwed at that launch period, because what I was hoping for that big moon, and then I'd be able to take out the initial investment and then just let the rest ride. It just didn't work out that way, and the whole thing cascaded down. And the reason for that was because most of the people that were getting in didn't know anything about the product. All they knew was that this is an opportunity for a pre-sale pump and dump, and that's what most of the people did. So that's the end result. And I think that we have some influence on some people. I don't want to understate the influence that we have in the YouTube community. We do have some influence in our own circles and from people watching videos that they just get. But I don't think that we're the cause of all of this. This is just the culture that we're in right now. And here's the thing. If these guys had not gone for 2,000 ETH and settled here at 1,000 ETH, which I think the launch price was right here, if they had not done that and they had done half of that, that's right here. So we're just basically right here at the start of where it should have been to begin with. The difference is, if it had started down here, we would have seen the pump go up here. Probably not that high, by the way, maybe that high, but it's up here and then it goes back down. Oh, and by the way, just so everybody understands, I know people are desperate to shit on the project because you don't like kings or whatever the case may be. Not only do we have the pre-salers who are selling off, when you stake your tokens, it's looking like a sale for some reason. So if you go over to the staking mechanism and you stake, like I have 10 ETH total. So I have like 100 million, 200 million, 201 million tokens or something like that. That, if I pull it out, is going to drop the price even further because it'll end up being in the staking pool. And that seems to be the way that it's working right now. Now, it's not 30,000 anymore. So that wouldn't be totally the case. And by the way, if you are an Oculus player, do yourself a favor and go to Steam and download Propagation VR and start to play it. It's a zombie game. I just got a text from Rodney because we were talking about it last night, and he said, I'll check it out. I still need to pass Resident Evil on hard mode. So good luck to Rodney getting past Resident Evil hard mode. Resident Evil 4, by the way, if you guys have not played that on Oculus Rift, do yourself a favor and, and go play that game because it is legitimately scary and fun to play. God, I love that game. Also, Beat Saber, all these little games out here. And by the way, if you do any Oculus playing, then link it to Steam. Use your Air link, link it to Steam, and then go try it. They have so many free games that do so much, and none of them are like full-fledged games. They're more like tests and rudimentary sort of stuff. But yeah, it's definitely worth doing. And not to get off Phantom, by the way, but Oculus is some cool stuff. As for Phantom, we're going to keep covering for a little while. We're going to see where it goes. I got my money in it, so we might as well just kind of watch it and hang out and see how it goes. They're working on some marketing. There's some announcements that are going to be made. We'll see if it affects the market. And by the way, just to point this out, I mean, nothing against or for anybody involved in this project, but this was the worst day ever in crypto that I've ever seen, and I've been in this for over a year. This is the worst day I've ever seen in crypto. Saturday, for trading, everything just went into the toilet in just like a moment's notice, and then trading stopped and nobody could make any plays. Like everything that could go wrong did go wrong on that day. So we'll see if they can recover from it. If they can, great. If they can't, I was looking for an investment when I got that one, so I'll look for another investment. That's all you can do, right? Terra's at 2242. It's trying to struggle a little bit. Bottom line on Phantom, Kings screwed the project by doing shady things. If a YouTuber does work and except not getting paid, you heard it seems to have been a complicated sort of thing. It seems to be a complicated sort of thing. And like, they got to live that down. They got to move past it. And degens, like we don't, we dwell on stuff. I try not to, but we do dwell on things every once in a while. Last night I said to Rodney, like, I don't get into the drama. Like your business model is kind of based on that drama, not necessarily all drama, but he really likes poking the Saitama bear a lot. Like, he gets into it, and I was getting into it for a while, and then I stopped because I don't want to be involved in the drama. But then he said, well, what about your Dojo Swap video? And you know what? Fair enough. Like, when Dojo Swap wrecked Shift Token and Meta Token, like, I was the first one out here making videos where I was talking crazy shit about what was Dojo Swap doing. And I even told him, I was like, yeah, bro, but like, you guys went out of your way to kind of shit on Cytomask, and I was kind of a Cytomask pro guy, wanting it to work, wanting it to do well. And everybody that I know was going out of their way to say, no, that's not going to work. This is the worst product in the history of projects, right? And like, I was like, I disagreed. So, matter of fact, I got to do something here. But I was like, you guys were like shitting on it. And you were saying Dojo Swap, not that Rodney hasn't roasted Dojo Swap, because Rodney has been like classically roasting Dojo Swap for the last little while because he had been covering, but a lot of us were having crazy positive things to say about Cliff. We were kind of dismissing Saitama to go into the Shinja and just say it's just better. And here we are. Tokens are getting wrecked because there's something going on in Dojo Swap that allowed it to get hacked and money to get stolen, stuff like that. Like, that's a negative thing. There's a lot of negativity to that. Shiba Doge, by the way, let me move on here and get to Shiba Doge. Shiba Doge is $23.95, starting to move back up. There's a little bit green because it was trading just a little bit lower at 23 just a little while ago. So seems to be some positive sentiment moving back. The Burn token is also out there. Yeah, there's a couple of buys here that's got given it a green candle in the last hour. There's still a lot going on in the background. Thank you for the $5 bomb, Low Yumper. There's a difference between doing a bit and stating facts. It gets old. That's why I'm a big fan of your work. Well, I appreciate it, man. I try not to dwell. And I'm not always going to be perfect at it because, we all crane our neck and we all look at the car wreck and we're always trying to see the blood. And like, I don't, Phantom won't recover. No roadmap. What utilities? Well, you're saying that right now, and that's fair. But they're actually putting out a roadmap, which you're going to see very shortly. And the utility is the competitor. Tuesday, they're having a meeting. So here's the thing. They don't have anything to announce until they get this meeting on Tuesday. They have a lot of money now. They're very flush on cash. If you go look, not for nothing, but if you go look at the Phantom liquidity pool, it's 1.8 million out of 2.5 in the total market cap. Like, there's plenty of money here, so it's going to run. And the reason that it's so high, again, is because a lot of this is staking. So it's not as bad as what it looks right now because you still don't have a whole lot of ETH in that wrapped pool. So it's just kind of weird. I don't know why, but some of this might, and not all of it, by the way. I'm not saying all of it, but the tokens that are being staked are coming out of this total pool and dropping the price. In 30 days, when people start pulling their stuff out, then it's going to be a little bit different. Like the price will start to pump. We'll start to see like not an artificial pump, but we'll start to see people pulling back out, and maybe we'll see some positive action. So I don't know yet, but we'll see. I'm already in, so like I'm not gonna take a loss and get out. That would be ridiculous at this point on a project that's 2 days old. That, by the way, fully intends to continue going and creating the Phantom thing. What's going on, Anthony? So I'm gonna ride it out for a little while. Scott right here said it perfectly. You could not say this any better. I'm staying away from any pre-sale over 1,000 ETH. I'll wait until launch and see. Like that right there is kind of where we are right now. Believes you sound crazy. Nobody asked for 6 million and says we'll figure it out later. That's exactly what they did, though. That doesn't sound crazy. And behind the scenes, we all knew what they were doing. Just because you don't know doesn't mean that I don't know or that we didn't know. Because I listened to everything they were saying, and they wanted to compete against Twitter. They wanted to compete against Telegram, and they were upfront that they don't have a product, that they're using the money in order to build the product based on the idea of what this guy, Mark, had in mind. And they're going to have a concept design coming out shortly. So you can either like it or not like it. That's your choice. I was always a big fan of yours. The last fan stream, you were pissed at anyone who said anything negative about Phantom. I've never seen you like that. You were always so level-headed. I'm not mad at anybody. Let me rephrase that. I like, again, like that was drama, and that's exactly right. There was some guy, there were two guys in here that just couldn't stop crying, and I was feeding into their fighting, just because, like, I mean, maybe I was looking for a fight, who knows? But they're like, you got wrecked, you lost all your money, you're gonna cry. Like, and I don't care about the money, like the moment, and I don't know, like the difficult thing here is in grown-up land, when you take your money out and you're putting it into something that doesn't show up in your wallet, then you're going to track it and you're going to pay attention to it. But it's basically lost money at that point, and you hope that it becomes something and that it blossoms into something more as the rest of your wallet grows. But there's a chance that it won't. But that's what grown-up investing is. Like you put money on something and you see where it goes. I put money and I put my faith into King's broadcast, and I'll see where it goes. If it doesn't go anywhere, lesson learned. If it does go somewhere, But where we are is that everybody wants to have like this crybaby moment or see I told you so because it didn't go to $1 billion market cap in a day, or because it didn't do like a 3 or a 5x in a day, um, off of what was admittedly a too aggressive sort of launch where they wanted way more money than what anybody should be entitled to for that pre-launch, if they're wanting the token to do something to the positive. So they made mistakes. I was already invested in it before the mistakes were there. I mean, I already knew that 2000 sounded pretty aggressive. Um, but at the time, I was like, you know what? If CVC can do 1400, maybe this one can do 2000. You never know what the market's going to bear and what the market will bring. So you guess, and sometimes you guess wrong, but it's not a wrong guess until you like pull out and say, okay, I lost it. So there you go. That's my mad. I'm not really mad. I don't see my value on a bunch of tokens that I have. I have to look it up like on Uniswap. So, and I don't even bother to look it up anymore. Like what I have that I can track, I'm good with that. And I'm good with the amount that I have right there. So, haha. All right. Nobody asks for $6 million and says we'll figure it out later how we're going to do this. In that case, anybody should ask for money. Well, okay. Let me say this, Valley Boy. That's exactly right. Crypto, for anybody who's not paying attention, in the last couple years, has become the new GoFundMe. So if you have a concept, you have an idea, but you don't have the money to get it going, you can create a crypto and you can do it all later. And if you don't think I'm being honest about that, then that's fair, but point to me where there was a working product. WAGMI launched in December, did not have a working product. All it had was a design. And here we are wearing WAGMI hats, investing in WAGMI. Shiba Inu didn't have anything to go on. Volt didn't have any use case. SAPE didn't have any use case until they got launched. BTFA is launching their NFT collection, but they didn't launch with an NFT collection launch. Nobody had anything. All we had were plans. Terra has nothing to this day. TerraPool hasn't even launched yet. And Terra has $113 million market cap. So it's disingenuous and just intellectually dishonest to have that argument. All of these are GoFundMes. Saitama didn't have anything, and now they have a Cytomask, which, according to most people works, but it's $300 million market cap, down from 7.7 billion. So this is the GoFundMe of our age. And here we go. And none of these people asked for 2000 ETH up front. So what? Like I agreed with that portion, and I said that it was too much. So it's weird that that's still part of your argument. Okay, I have no idea. Like, if you got wrecked on this, I'm sorry. Because I wanted to take out my initial investment and let the rest ride. I mean, that's what I wanted. I wanted to put my ETH back into my wallet because then it would feel better, because then I would have gotten something for basically nothing other than investing in that first little moment and getting a boost as it took off. But it didn't work that way. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with holding it for a longer period of time. So how come some tokens don't show money in the wallets? They show token amounts, but not money. The reason for that is because you have to be listed on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko on, on some wallets in order to get the price. That's why. That's the level-headed believes it's a beast in this game. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so I mean, you cannot like the fact that they're asking for pre-sale money, but pre-sale money is like the new. When it's done right. I mean, you got to think BTFA. BTFA did 40 ETH up front. But here's the thing, Valley. Everybody's not entitled to millions of dollars. And BTFA was created by a couple guys that had millions of dollars. One of them got rich in the Bored Ape Yacht Club. One of them got rich from Shiba Inu. So they had the money to throw at a project so that they can get repaid for the loans when they started BTFA. So, like, that's what ended up happening for them. And it was good for them. It was good business. They're now having a moment. They're running hard. Their profits are soaring. They're having pumps, and look at this pump that they're on right now. Like it's a crazy good one, but that's not the same for everybody. Not everybody can afford to do that. Keith did not have the ability to pay for all of the stuff that he was doing. He needed funding in order to continue the development of CVC. So he asked for 1,400 Ethereum. People gave him 1,400 Ethereum. It sold out in 26 hours, and then it pumped for hours. And after pumping for hours, it dumped, because when you have that much ETH, you're doing it's the pre-sale. The pre-sale thing is tough, and the market is closing on that. People are just looking for the pump and the dump, and that's not paying off for them, or it is, but it's not paying off for the tokens, stuff like that. So, and I don't mean to overtalk you. Like I'm not trying to convince you of anything. So, Strange is at 12.89. This is a buy-in opportunity. Higher potential reward comes with higher risk. I mean, that's kind of as simple as you can put it. It's not that they asked for money, it's that they asked for 6 million, and we know by rollout there was no plan. You just said they're working on it. Well, right. What I didn't say there was no plan. You're saying there's no plan. I said there was no roadmap and that they're coming out with a roadmap soon, but I didn't say there was no plan. Like, they have a plan. We're just not all privy to the plan. I have to take it on spec and make a decision. I had to make a decision at that moment on whether I wanted to get on the pre-sale or not. And it just didn't pan out. Hindsight, by the way, makes it obvious, Valley Boy. Like, if you and I were having this conversation um, a couple days into the pre-sale and we're staring at 1,000, we'd probably be in agreement. Like, yeah, it's probably a little bit risky to do that. But I went in hard, like at the very first, based on just the people that were involved. So, like, I thought that, oh, there we go, the graph doing what the graph do. So the graph is still broken. There was an update, by the way. So when you click on Dex Tools, you will see that there's an update, but whatever it is doesn't appear to be working. Oh no, a roadmap is a written down plan. That doesn't mean that there's not a plan. It just means that it's not written down. What's going on, Volt Army? There's electricity going through the place. What's with Phantom? That's actually what we were just talking about with Valley Boy. Like, they were too aggressive in their campaign. Nation Rising. Apparently, hold on one second. Apparently, not only were the people that were selling off from the pre-sale, but it turns out, Nation Rising, that every time when you're staking, and most people are staking for 30 days, but as you stake, then it's being listed, the transaction is being listed as a sell. Multiple reports came out last night from a bunch of people who see themselves having a transaction in here. So, so that's why it looks like there's so much red, because there is a lot of staking going on. And I looked at the numbers. I didn't think it was massive at first when I looked at it, but it was only 100 million tokens that you got. And then when you start to put the pen to paper, yeah, there's quite a bit of staking that's been happening. People have been putting it for 30, 60, 90, or I think it was 180 days. So I'm not sure, like that could have been handled better too. But I mean, there was staking was available on launch, and we'll see if they make a correction or an adjustment, or if it fixes the price. Like, I don't know what they're doing with it. I'll find out, but they're having a meeting on Tuesday. So the only thing that's happening right now is the marketing people are going to be calming nerves. They're going to be meeting today with a marketing group for managing like Telegram, stuff like that. This is what I hear. And then hopefully they'll have somebody hired, and then going forward, they'll have a much better representation in the market. But we'll see. Believes I tried getting a decent investor to buy Volt. I invited him to the Volt Telegram, and he heard Frank say, load up your bags and news is coming. Well, that news never happened. My investor buddy now thinks it's a pump and dump group. I'm trying to convince him otherwise. You're not going to be able to convince everybody. Like that's, some people are just not going to be convinced. Like they hear that. And then, if the announcement comes today or tomorrow or the day after, then that's still like relative. That's good. I mean, it's good timing. The guy, here's the thing, man, if your investor friend, Marty, looked at the chart for Volt, then he wouldn't be asking that question. Like if he took a real look at version 1 and version 2, he wouldn't be asking that question. This thing has gone from 40,000 market cap to almost 200 million market cap. Thursday night, it pumped up over 200 million. So it would almost be a no-brainer to say that it's going to continue pumping, especially once he goes to Twitter and starts scrolling through Twitter and seeing that I think there's going to be 15 exchanges listed in the month of May. So, I mean, if it's not for him, it's not for him. But yeah, it's going to be. What's up, Volt Warrior? I had a take on L on Phantom. It was my decision, my fault. I was fully educated, but I invested before the AMA, which was my fault. I still thought it may have done something at launch, maybe back. Me too. Like that's I'm not pulling out right now because I figure give it an opportunity to run. Would you buy the dip on Phantom? If I were looking at this right now, would I buy the dip on Phantom? No, absolutely not. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't in a few hours. Like if I saw some green in the water and then I went into chat and I started to hear real things and tangible things, which I haven't heard yet, by the way. That's one of the things that like I'm arguing with Valley Boy based on kind of sentiment because I know what they tell me. So I feel like this looks to me like dead. So we'll see. What's going on, man? BTFA, it's in a little over 2 hours now, 2 hours and 19 minutes. And we'll be having the Bandex launch, guys. I think it was 800 BNB, or no, 100 BNB, something like that. God damn it, I can't remember now. It's 100 ETH this time, and I think 800 BNB. I mean, basically, you can get in for a half an ETH and 4 BNB. So, yeah, 800. There we go. Volt Army in the house. Yo, Bleeze, good morning. Good to catch you. What's grinding your gears today? Nothing really grinding me today. I was having it out with Valley Boy here a little bit, but, it was just basic conversation. No big deal. We're talking about Phantom, and we're going to talk about Phantom for a while because there's still a lot probably to be said over time about Phantom. We're hoping that it moves in the positive. We're hoping that good things start to happen, but it's going to take some time, and we'll see whether we get it or not. Anybody who has going to buy Phantom bought it, right? Exactly right. Like what he's saying right here is incredibly true. Most people that were going to buy bought in on the pre-sale. That's why there were 1,000 and it stalled at 1,035 ETH. So that was the biggest problem. Like if it pumped to 2,000, then that would have meant that there was more enthusiasm in the market. But what we really did is we opened up too much ETH, and it just like that was all there was. What's with Shibnobi's price? Well, Shibnobi screwed up and Dojo Swap got hacked and it wrecked temporarily a couple of different tokens, and that's caused a lot of problem. And there you go. Valley Boy is again 100% right. There's only sellers. And the people who are not selling, by the way, are staking because now they're like me. They're kind of in it for the long haul, just to see where the price goes. So they're staking their tokens, and then 30 days from now, they're going to pull them out, or 60 days from now, they're going to pull them out. By the way, you do get reflections when you stake. So that's going to be a good thing too. Do we have a real market bounce back coming? I don't know. Man, the honest assessment here is I don't think it's going to be today. I think we're going to look at another big sell-off on Ethereum and Bitcoin based on the way that the market is lined up. And the market, here we go. Now we've got some green in the market, and we've got prices moving up in the US market. So maybe, just maybe, we're going to look at a run. Now, at one of those places that with 80% accuracy that historically picks where prices are going to be in the market, predicted that Ethereum would be at $3,630 at the end of May. So in 29 days, they're telling us that we're going to gain about $800 per Ethereum in value based on their ideas. So we'll see. Believes crypto, you have to update yourself on Shibnobi's info. All the issues have been addressed. You are not always right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem. But Shift Token, as of right now, has still not gotten their money from Cliff. So no, all the issues have not been addressed. They've been promised, but they have not been addressed. I'm going to try to flip the Phantom presale on. If you can even get in on the presale, man, I'll be spamming that thing at the very beginning. 3 weeks after launch, Phantom selfies will be way down, and there will be 1 week till stakes free up. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. You're going to have some sell pressure. So, the best thing for Phantom investors to do at this point is to stake it, hold on to it, and then wait for something to happen. Well, let's see. What did Warren Buffett say now about Bitcoin? Is it something new? Yeah. Okay. So this is an old man who knows what he knows and continues to do all. And I'm not saying that he doesn't do a very good job of it, but he knows what he knows, and he doesn't like that magic money, and that's what people call it when they don't understand it. So he doesn't like the magic money. He prefers to be able to not hold on to a dollar. Really, what this does is this takes away from the market. Assets to have value, they have to deliver something to somebody. Um, Now, here he is holding money as proof of that. Think about that. His idea is assets to have value, they have to deliver something to somebody. And he's holding he's holding it looks like a $20 bill or a $5 bill, something like that. And that's his idea. So that's how antiquated. The entire idea behind cryptocurrency is to get away from fiat currency. And he's basically saying, well, if you're not able to touch your fiat currency, then it's not giving anybody anything. So he doesn't understand it, and that's okay. He is worth $124 billion using the markets that were available for all of this time. So it's all good. Like if he doesn't have anything, like it's cool. No issues been solved with Shibnobi. My wallet says that I have 4K trying to sell. My gain is under 1,000. Yeah. Yeah. Xavier, it's not all solved yet. So they're telling you it's all solved, but down on this grassroots level, like remember, we lost our reflections, had to buy back your own reflection. There's a lot here to unpack on the problems that have happened with Shibnobi in the last little while. Last time Warren spoke radical, the market flew. Well, hopefully it'll fly again. Like hopefully he'll just go crazy and start being like YOLO, and we'll see what happens. Thoughts on Bitgert? Don't have any. I've seen it around, but I've not talked to anybody about it, so I really haven't seen anything. Volt, changing of the guards sucks. There we go. 1,500 Shinja on Uniswap says 400 value. Oh, wow. Your mom. I've been to your house. He did specifically talk about Bitcoin, not cryptos that actually do things like ETH. Yeah. So he's an old guy who does things a specific way. He likes the way he does it, and that should be it. So He's just not going to be one of those people. He's not part of the generation of crypto people, and that's fine. He's still going to make tons of money. We need another AMA with Phantom. They need to show their faces. Crypto. Last night, Kings came on Rodney and Austin's show with me, and those guys talked everything out. It doesn't mean that we're all buddy buddy and that we're that he's friendly with everybody, but they did talk through their stuff openly in public to try to get a resolution. If you want to go watch it, that was over on Austin's show, and it's posted up there for anybody who wants to take a look. Valley Boy, it's a new generation. These young don't want to wait 30 years to get rich from investing. Crypto fits the short attention span of today. That's pretty much right. He's pretty much on point here. So, I mean, we'll see how we're going to see how everything plays out in short order. You can see here that the bulls are wanting to run. Like, you keep seeing a lot of green flashing. I'm waiting to play WagMe. I tried to get in to play yesterday and everything just kept coming up and I couldn't get into play. So I'm going to try to play a game or two later today. Get into it. You're not really leveling up at this point. Now you're just doing some bug fixes. And I was just looking to see if there's another deployment. And they haven't pushed out a patch, but they're about to push out a patch, which is going to do which is going to be doing something. So we'll see. Oh, by the way, I did see the data for CoinViewCap for anybody who's interested. I saw the data layout on CoinViewCap, and Hex was listed at number 10 on their stream, right above Terra. So because they were it was the full market cap, not the fully diluted market cap. Wanda is being launched on May 5. I don't know about Xavier yet. That was the only one that was announced. Volt Army still in the house. All right, Strange is 1304. Yeah, it's still in the chart doesn't look right. I may like restart everything, clear the cache, stuff like that. Maybe that's going to end up being part of the problem. That the cache needs to be cleared on Chrome to make this thing work right. We'll see in a little bit. I'll do that. There you go. I'm definitely aping into Xavier. Oh, by the way, for those of you that are following Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, it is now being said that the Professor Xavier that you see with the Illuminati in the previews of that, the leaks are illustrating that is actually the Professor Xavier from the cartoon from the 90s. So they're saying that that's the Xavier that it is, and that's going to lead into that X-Men 97 spinoff that they're going to do on Disney Plus, that will be the Xavier from that one too. Yeah, there were a lot of people that were talking about it. On Strange, the staking made the price drop. Okay, so I didn't know that. Did they fix it, Akiva? Because if they fixed it and that caused the price to stabilize and fix itself, then maybe the Phantom people do the same thing, and we'll see the actual price and not the price without the staking in it. As a matter of fact, let's go look and see. I staked my Shiba Inu. All right, so see, I have a Shiba Inu balance, and I staked it, and I paid for it to be staked, and I still don't have. I don't know, man. I'm not able to get Shiba to work, so I'm not I'm not staked on Shiba Inu right now. And it's pretty annoying. Because I also played the game and I didn't get any reflections from the game as well. So I'm waiting for that one. What about Kong Tama, man? I thought that was a rug pull. I didn't look it up myself, by the way. Not my words. Kong. Watch this thing be up 3,000% today. Nope. I don't know what to say, man. That looks like a flat line to me. There's only 32 ETH left in the pool. I think that Kong Tama is done, and I don't think it's being supported. At least that's what I would say based on the transactions here. May the 2nd is the last. It's May the 2nd. There hasn't been a transaction in over 24 hours. Before that, it was 24 hours. It's just people selling off right now to get out of it. So I think Kong Tama's dead. What's going on, DNA? What's up, Sakib? Sakib, I don't know, man. Like CVC has a great opportunity, but we're gonna have to see how well the version 2 is adopted, because that version 2 is going to be the make or break for it in the short term. Long term, maybe it can be on a run. Keith said that he's advertising nationally now and he's doing less with influencers. Like, I haven't talked to him about sponsorship or anything in over a month because he was working on national campaigns, but he said that he's going to start advertising nationally. So we'll see what happens there. Any thoughts on Zeldaverse? Dude, in fairness, like, good morning, by the way, JT, but in fairness, I don't know shit about Zeldaverse. The first time that I had anything, good morning, Seiko Hunt. The first time that I heard anything about Zeldaverse was literally yesterday when I saw Zach Humphrey had made a tweet. So my knowledge of Zeldaverse is basically zero. But we can go take a quick look here. Zeldaverse launch, Zeldaverse token launch live stream. Come hang out, launch. Now that's today at 5:30 p.m. The Zeldaverse token. I'm definitely curious right now. It was my understanding that the launch was put on hold because people were spamming fake launches and stuff like that in the in their stuff. Well, they're let's see, what is the Wall Street? Bart Barker, okay. Matthew Perry, Austin Hilton, protection, Zelda Inu, Run Guys, and Zach Humphreys. Okay. First of its kind metaverse token with P2E gaming and real world support for humans and animals. All right, where's the game? All right, so if you're getting into this, then you're going to be getting into it with nothing here. Here we go. Begin metaverse game development is not started yet. So Vincent Lombardi, Jasper Yonker, Robert Reel, and John Mitten, they want you to finance their game. So if you like the idea and the concept behind it, go for it. They're doing a CertiK audit, CoinMarketCap listing, of course, aggressive marketing, and begin to the metaverse game development. So I don't know. I mean, listen, I have gone out on a limb and believed in way different projects than this. So, like, I don't have a problem with them. I saw that there was white. I'm gonna read the white paper and everything. There we go. I'm gonna read the Zelda paper, and then I'll let you know what I think. Like what? Okay. There's no white paper. I'm clicking Zelda paper every which way, and all I'm getting is the website. So they don't have anything going on. So Starlink reveal party on May 8th, on May 6th. So that is news that I have been waiting for a long time. Here we go. Starting to see a bounce off of that bottom. Guys, remember this was a giant market cap at one point. This had a huge market cap on Starl. I'm still holding too. I figure I'm going to stake it and see what happens. But it looks like my day is about to begin, guys. So I am going to get to work. So guys, not financial advice. My name's Believes, and I'm always right. You guys have a good day, and we'll talk later.